and live on the Clarity Windows and Doors Newsline, Sari Dangler, a mental health expert with several decades of experience working with children and teens. And this is why we wanted to bring you on, because we're hearing about this study, about 1 in 5 young people are using AI chatbots for mental health advice. And although on the one hand it seems like that might be a positive thing, they're trying to explore ways out of whatever it is they may find themselves in. But is this the right way to go about doing it, especially in those younger people?
Well, all I can say, it obviously is not. So AI is not a person, so it does not understand human emotions. It can't interpret humans. It looks facts, and it can make mistakes. So definitely, we've heard all kind of horror stories about it giving really bad advice to young people and have resulted in detrimental results. So definitely not.
I guess young people look at it and they think I can ask a question and I can get an answer, and therefore it must be okay. And obviously there have been stories of ChatGPT or Grok or whatever the service is giving some bad advice. Can you use it in any way for mental health?
So I can definitely say that if you're looking for advice, how to use relaxation techniques, for example, so I'm sure we all use it in simple matters like that. Yes, that's very appropriate to ask questions like that. But when it has to do with your mental health or your physical health, it's really not a good way to. It doesn't know how to judge you or give you advice like a person. It doesn't have professional judgment. It's very black and white. And really, we know that human beings are not very black and white.
What do you recommend parents do to handle this? I mean, because a lot of the times we don't even know. I've got 2 teenagers, although they're kind of on the older spectrum of their teen years, 17 and 19. A lot of the times, especially with phones, we don't really know what's going on that phone. Do we need to just sit them down and have a conversation? What's the best way to go about this?
Well, open communication, obviously, in any relationship is very important, that you talk to your children really from young age, because they now have access to these little computers we call phones. I don't know, sometimes even 24/7, depending on the parent. So it's really important to create boundaries, and it's important to have open communication and talk about expectations, create some limits and rules with technology use. So this new generation, they basically are born with the cell phones in their hands. So, and yes, we don't obviously always know. We can put restrictions and parent. That's a very, very important part of it.
You know, one of the things I wonder when I hear about these types of stories is, why do kids have so many mental health issues? I don't remember that being something that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think there's still lots of stigma about that, and diagnosis and going to see a counselor. I think the reason for that is because we have so much more research in that area. And lots more awareness of these issues. And it's the same thing when I was a young person. I don't remember anyone talking about ADHD or autism or going to counseling. But it is a very normal thing to do. And really the first step is just to talk to a professional. So most of us do give you free consultation. We can talk on the phone and give you kind of ideas where to go from here. And so we are in a helping profession, so we do want to support the people in our community that way.
Yeah, very good advice. This is Sari Dangler, mental health expert and the owner of Positive Path, based right here in DFW. We appreciate your time with us live on WBAP this morning. Sari, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.